Hi, Mahajan. Thanks for joining. I'm just starting my YouTube live. Give me a second. Okay, it should have started now. Hi, Ishtiaq. Hi, Swanand. Thanks for joining. Can you guys hear me? Nobody has joined as a speaker. Okay, looks like that not many people are interested in joining and listening today. Maybe it's a bad day to do this. Yeah, Ishtiaq, Swanand, and Ishtiaq. You guys are speakers now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. What's going on? I mean, it's just a very casual chat session that I thought I'll do it every Wednesday so that we can connect and discuss what's going on and can discuss the normal daily current affairs, not daily, weekly current affairs. Okay, or if you have any questions. You guys are based in USA? I'm assuming
Yes,
you.
I'm based out of Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I'm also in Dallas.
Oh, nice. Where in Dallas?
I don't want to disclose it online.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. You can find
Yeah, but
mine on the profile. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in Wiley, Texas. It's already on my profile. Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
It's a nice place. I
Yeah,
go there to I
it's
go there
outskirt.
to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I have friends there. I go there to play volleyball.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there is a big big gang here, volleyball here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah, I think we can start the discussions. The topic today I chose was government shutdown and how if it affects the visa processing and what's going on in the current H1B scenarios. If you guys have any questions, we can start from there. I'm pretty sure you already know about the news that government has shut down yesterday, and there might be some delays with the applications processing and all those kind of things. If you have any situation, then we can discuss. I got one question from one of the person. I don't know if they're listening or not. They were skeptical about H1B 60-day grace period. I got a new job offer and my company filed the LCA on September 23rd. Because of the government shutdown, my LCA will get delayed, resulting in delay of filing H1B transfer. My 60-day grace period is getting over on October 24th. What should I do? Oh man, it's a difficult situation. You can't file H1B transfer without the LCA approval. So I'm afraid you will have to wait. There is no other option. But usually the government shutdown doesn't take much time to resolve. You will probably hear some news and by this weekend or something they will start working again. So I don't think that this is much of an issue. You have time till October 24th. Even if you get the receipt on October 24th, you should be fine. Yeah, I am guessing this is going to be a very short call today because I don't see many interest for Wednesday as such. But yes, we can continue. Okay, so Kumara, you have anything to share? Oh, I think you joined as a speaker, but now you're a listener. One request. Hi, Sukumara.
Hey Anil, how are you?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Good, good. I'm listening all the time. I don't speak much.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I have one question. Like, how long this shutdown will continue? Like, Do they have any further meeting, follow-up meeting or something, or how? The
You, it happens every year. They have made it a festival kind of a thing. They celebrate it, they make it a news,
Mhm.
and then they just, you know, approve the financing from back date. So it's just kind
So,
of
so means like till
usual.
January we will not have. Uh, uh,
No, no, no. It will be resolved within a week. It doesn't go that long.
oh, okay, okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
so then it won't create much issues. Okay, okay.
No, not much issue. In fact, the US embassy will be affected. They might just uh, because they usually create some kind of budget for quarterly financing and keeping the lights on, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should not be able to stop their primary functions, right?
So it's not approved or intentionally they did it.
See, it has to be approved by the Congress,
Mm-hmm.
right, with voting. So they have not. So it happens everywhere. Some party will demand something, the other party will not agree to it, and then they
Oh,
will let the government shut down for a day or two, so
okay.
that the pressure builds up on each side, right?
Oh, good, good. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think it is something to worry about.
Oh,
It's
okay.
US government. I mean, if they shut down, then it affects the whole world.
Okay.
All right. So no need to worry. It's just maybe 3 4 days of problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm from
Nothing.
Seattle, by the way. So,
Okay.
uh,
Nice to see you. Have you joined for the first time?
no, I joined most of them, I think, but I don't speak, so that's where the issue.
Okay, yeah, because I'm hearing you for the first time, so that's why maybe.
Mm. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
join a lot of not only this others also, so but I don't come out and speak. So okay, I have one
Oh, that's
question
fine.
out of this. Should I ask?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh, sure. Go ahead.
Like Canada visa, we applied for a business visa, but it got rejected, denied because of uh,
Mhm.
saying like you may come here and say will not go back, or kind of scenario. So,
Okay.
any input where I can reapply? Uh,
So which visa are you on in USA?
I'm on H1B. We both are working here.
And when did you come to US for the
We
first time?
came on 18th, 2018.
This is strange.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe I think whatever the clarifications I gave, that might be less or something. I don't know. We just stay
Oh,
like a 2 3 hour away from Canada, so we thought of like going sometime on the drive and come back. So, but we did not get so.
but have you ever visited any other country other
Yeah,
than
I did.
US?
I did Australia, Munich, France, Dubai. So not
And
Canada.
did you submit your bank statement and it had enough balance, like maybe around $30,000 or something?
I think on not on the saving or checking, but
Yeah, like net worth stocks or anything to prove that you have money. Oh, I can't hear you if you're speaking, Sukumar. Looks okay. Look, okay. You're back, Sukumar. Okay, I think he's
Yeah.
connecting. His connection is not great.
Hey, Anil, my name is Gautam. I have a question. Can I go?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, and again, this is my first time, and I've been following
Mhm.
you for quite some time. I know you've been giving a lot of insights, and thank you for that.
You're
Uh,
welcome. I appreciate that.
sure. My question is, right
Uh-huh.
now I have an extension. Okay, so and I reached out to my attorneys. They have pretty much, uh, have an LCA, but then it is with my company's legal team to get it certified. So my question is, since this shutdown is effective last night, right? So
Mhm.
is there an additional process that uh, is done by DOL once my the obtained LCA, they have to certify my legal team. So that's my question. Is there an additional step, or as long as my company's legal team approves it, I'm good with filing my extension?
Okay, so first the disclaimer, I'm not an attorney, so my suggestions are not the legal advice,
Yeah,
right?
got it.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, it's once the DOL, Department of Labor, approves the LCA, then they will be able to file it.
Yeah,
They
that is
usually,
done. That is
yeah,
done. And next
and
step,
they can file,
yeah.
yeah, they can file the H1B then.
Yeah, but before that, there is a minor step that I got to know this time, because there is a difference in the salary. Probably that is where, like, the legal team is kind of bridging that gap.
Okay.
So once that is done, it'll be done. But to my understanding, I believe it doesn't have to go back to DOL, right? Because already they have an approved or a certified LCA.
No, but did they do the prevailing wage?
Yeah, that is all done.
Yeah, then it should be fine. They should be able to file it if they have both LCA and prevailing wage.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any issue.
Okay, it's up to the employer to certify. So once they certify, I guess good to file is what I am thinking. So I thought,
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
that's how normally it is done. So I
Okay,
don't see any issue.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to discuss?
No, I'm I'm good at this point.
Okay, so Kumara, are you back? You were asking about Canada business visa, right? Or the visitor visa. Mm,
I mean, lately they're rejecting a lot of visas. Uh,
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, so
okay.
like Sukuma's, likewise, there was another case. Although my friend's dad, he has an exhaustive travel history, and he have lived in abroad, and he's now 70 plus. Son holds a PR, but they have a lot of assets back in India. Despite that, they rejected his visa twice. I don't know why, because of lately, like they're doing a lot of rejections. That's my understanding.
Uh, who was it speaking? Sorry
No,
if I can
Gautam.
ask.
Gautam.
Okay, so you are saying your family's visa was rejected,
No, no,
right?
no, not my family's visa. My friend's dad, Canadian visa was rejected, like Sukumar's case, because they produced a lot
Yeah.
of evidence, and despite the fact, they rejected twice. In fact, first he applied for a super visa, the rejected super visa, and then he applied the normal visa. Both of them they denied, and that was the case. And
Yeah, of late Canadian because there were a lot of cases where people used to go to Canada on business or visitor visa and
yeah,
then they never returned. So that's, I mean, they are also having that anti-immigrant sentiment right now. So they have increased the rejections. That's what I have also heard. But if, like, in Sukumaran's case, he is already in USA. So for his case, it's a little surprising to me. But for parents and other people who are in India and who do not have a, very good, strong evidence about they will return. For example, if they have a business or they have a continuing job, then there is a very good chance that their Canadian visitor visa will be rejected. In fact, they are also rejecting a lot of student visas. If the university is not that great and it's not a well-known university, then they are rejecting those visas as well. So that's fine, but there's no need to worry. I would say that if they can reproduce or correct their documents, then they should be able to get the visitor visa to Canada. And in Sukumaran's case, I would say that if you can produce good amount of evidence that you have enough money to visit and come back, you will be able to get it. Earlier, it was very easy. They never created any issue as such, even without the less amount of money in your bank account. In fact, It was like almost 99% success rate for people who are already working in the US because you have good salary, you have good backing, you have good amount of money saved in your accounts. They used to approve it pretty easily, but now I guess they are just taking a very strong and hard stance about against the visitors. So it's just like coincidence, I would say. There's nothing wrong with your profile.
Okay, I'll reapply and see what happens then. So,
Yeah, just wait for like at least 6 months before reapplying,
mm,
unless you have a very good reason to go or very strong urge to go to Canada and
okay.
see the beauty there.
Anyhow, now I can't see much because it's winter. Okay.
If you are on the border, you can just look through the border.
Border. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Anil.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thanks for being here. Anybody else wants to speak?
Hey Anil, how's it going?
It's going good. Thanks for
My name,
joining.
yeah, my name's Nehit. It might not be related to the shutdown, but I just had a quick
Uh,
question.
yeah.
I feel like your insight might be helpful. So, I I have a H1B consular approved. I am on my STEM OPT. What do you
Uh-huh.
think is going to happen? Let's say if I try to switch my status from F1 to H1B here in the US. You could earlier it was that I could just apply for a amendment. My employer could
Mm-hmm.
do that, and then it would have been switched from consular to change of status right here in the US. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm not so sure, and even about the 100K fee. So
You got selected in this year lottery, right?
no, it was last year.
So yeah, so technically, as per the clarifications given by USCIS, you are safe. You don't need to pay that money.
Okay.
Okay. There are
My
different.
only concern I had was it's a consular, right? I am technically supposed to go back to India and attend an interview there, but if I wanted to avoid travel, I could do that before. I just am not sure if I could do that now too.
No, that process has not changed. So you should be able to do it.
Oh, cool, cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks so much.
they have not changed that process, so you're fine. As far as I know, and see, I'm not an attorney, so if you
Yeah.
want to have this, so I'm just sharing my experience. Okay, so it's fine. I don't see any issue in your case.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, I have one question from YouTube. Gaurav Rohatgi is asking, so no H1B transfer or renewal as for LCA, it's not possible. How about GC processing? So USCIS is a funded organization, like they work based on the fee that we pay them for all the application. But LCA is processed by Department of Labor, which is different than USCIS. The Department of Labor is funded by the government and not by our fees. So Department of Labor and LCA is affected. They would have stopped working, or they will definitely delay the processing of LCAs if they have not been finalized right now, until the government funds them again. But USCIS will keep working. There is no issue with USCIS. So your green card processing or H1B visa, B1 or H4 or whatever type of visa application you have filed with USCIS, they should be fine, including the green card processing. That's not affected. Only LCAs will be affected in case of H1B. In fact, prevailing wage should also be affected, as far as I know. So Gaurav, did you get your answer? Gaurav is on YouTube, so he might just reply there. Okay, we have Real Cup as a speaker. You want to have your opinion, or you already spoke? I don't know about that.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, this is Real Cub. That's what I see as your name, Real
Yeah,
Cub.
my name's Nehid. Sorry.
Okay, so you already spoke, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I just had a quick question. That's it.
Okay,
Anil, one more question. If
sure, sure.
yeah,
Good that you have question and we have time to speak.
yeah, that's the reason I'm asking this low
Uh-huh.
light. Okay.
Yeah.
I see my wife EAD. There is a notification sent to your address, but it's written because not delivered. Okay, so I see that notification. I don't know what is the notifications. We raised a
Mm.
request also. I'm waiting to get other one. Is there any other way I can check that one by logging into USSA portal or something?
You can check, but I'm not sure if they will upload it there or not. Usually
Yes.
they do not.
Yeah,
Have you
they.
checked by logging?
Yeah, we checked by logging, but it shows only the same thing. We sent a notifications and it's returned. So that's it. So there is no information further. We called them
Okay.
also. They are saying the same thing. So there is no much difference what we see and what the
So
support team.
the application is pending with USCIS.
No, it was approved. I don't know. After that, they sent some notification. It seems. So I don't know what is the content of notifications as of now.
I think
Ye-
you're fine. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, EAD approved and she started working, but now I see that notifications alert. So
No, that's fine. I think it might be a glitch also in their system.
okay, okay, thank you.
Usually after approval, they don't send anything.
Hmm.
And if it was returned also, I'm very doubtful as to what they sent. It might be some kind of approval notice or some kind of duplicate notice, I would say.
We
Because
got the
I,
EAD card already, so also
yeah, usually they don't send anything after EAD
after.
card.
Okay,
Yeah, so no need to worry.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I don't have any questions from YouTube and I don't have any questions here. Anyone else? I see Mit Desai, he's our regular. You want to speak something? You want to share your opinion or anybody has any opinion or experience to share with travel recently? Anybody traveled to Canada, Mexico, or India or anywhere else and then entered the US?
Yeah, my uncle actually just got back last night, evening yesterday. So he was in India, but he works in healthcare industry. So he earlier during COVID he was allowed under NIA waiver too. So he was not too
Okay.
concerned about it, but none of that happened. He just went in and came back as usual. No trouble at all, is what he said.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If he's in healthcare, maybe he would have paid the 100K also. They earn a lot.
Yeah, yeah, they earn a lot, and companies, I mean, I don't think they require the 100K. The government says that,
Yeah,
they get to decide who they,
right.
let's say, put on the side, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, right now, almost nobody is under the ban as far as I understand, because the last statement that I heard was they are trying to implement it for people who will be participating in Feb 26 lottery.
Exactly. I actually have a colleague who has come recently, a week ago, before all of
Uh-huh.
this fiasco
Uh,
happened. He is a TCS employee who has directly come from India to here.
uh-huh.
So
Okay.
he directly came on H1B. So I think he just got lucky and he got in a week earlier. Now that they can't do that anymore now, right? If you had to, let's say, file a petition back from India, that's where they're trying to implement the 100K, right?
Yes, technically, see, it's very confusing. When the initial proclamation was written, it was applicable to everyone. But then they came out with clarification that any new H1B applicant will have to pay the fee. And new is relative right now. But slowly and gradually, when attorneys have filed the extensions, transfers, change of status, everything, so they did not demand that fee. So they all the attorneys are assuming that it's only for the new H1B lottery season, which will start in Feb 26. That's the current status. For
But then,
everyone else, it's status as usual.
Anil, what sense is it, right? So the
Yeah.
proclamation expires on 20th September, and the new
Right.
employment for the lottery does not begin until 1st of October. So
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I had questioned on, I think, last week, because I also understood the same thing that nobody's under the ban right now.
correct. It's just like it up on the face of it. It appears like eh, there is there is something that has been passed, but nobody is going to be applicable because the
Exactly.
people who are in India who already have the approved petition, they would
Hmm.
also not be they would also not be coming under that because they already have approved petition
Exactly.
and yeah.
Yeah. So I think they wanted, initially they wanted to block everyone. That's what their intent was. But when they saw the backlash from the bigger companies, because Microsoft was the first one to issue the notice for their employees to come back immediately, and then other big tech followed. I think that was the turning point where they changed their idea of blocking everyone and then restricted it to only specific set of new people who are going to come.
Yeah, I agree.
have,
At least
ha,
that's what
have
has
you heard
happened.
anybody like anybody who has paid like immaterial of what the status is, like anybody paying that 100K like a new or a, I don't think
No,
yeah, it doesn't
nobody
make
has
sense.
paid. In fact, today I was reading one of the attorneys' blog, and they were saying there is no way to pay the 100K as well. There is no process, or there is no way they can pay it, even if they demand it. And they have not demanded it from anyone. There have been a lot of H1B approvals in premium also in last week, and nobody was asked to pay it. So they are all very, they all are watching the situation closely. But as of now, I have not heard of a single case who was blocked from entering. So
Yeah, and
this,
I think I watched a video where Lutnik said that, they are going to plan these things and make changes until February and until the
yes,
lottery. So we
right.
never know what's going to happen until March. So there might be new changes coming in too.
Right, exactly. I think they first announced it, and now they're trying to fix it and trying to frame the rules of who is blocked and who is not.
Yep.
I guess that that's how they are working for the tariffs also, right? They just announce some 300% tariff, and then they come back saying this is excluded, that is excluded, and all those sort of things. And that's why I guess one of the reason is that the market is also not responding to these announcements, right? Otherwise, usually, initially, when they announced the tariffs, the market went down, I think in April.
Yeah, April
This,
2nd or something. Yeah.
yeah, it went up to 4,900, and I thought it will go to 4,500, and then I will invest. And today it is 6,700. So I have missed the boat there. But I guess a lot of people did invest when it was going down.
Yeah, maybe next presidency that might happen. So
But yeah, but now the thing is, whenever they are announcing anything, market is not responding because they know that it's not going to float, or they might just create exceptions anyway. So see, market is very
Everybody's
smart.
understood that this is how this admin is going to deal. So they're used to it now.
Exactly. So they have found out the pattern, and that's why market is not going down again. It's just going up and up. But I don't know what is the rationale behind the market going up anyway?
Yeah,
Because
totally disconnected with the reality, I would say. Like,
yeah, because the job report is not good. Jobs are not getting created at the same pace as last year, right? So what is triggering the market jump? I mean, within the last month itself, it has gone up by 700 points.
yeah,
That is crazy jump, right? More than 10% jump in last 1 month, and since April, from 1,400, it is 2,200 points up. Oh, sorry, 1,800 points. No, sorry. Yeah, whatever it is.
yeah, 1800, close to
Yeah,
1800.
1,800. Yeah. I don't know how are you guys investing in that case?
I'm thinking of exiting out, but yeah, I'm slowly and steadily taking my money out.
I exited in Jan 24, thinking that that was the highest point, and then since then the market has gone up. I
Taken off.
think 300, 3,500 points.
Yeah, I think the things with the tariff and everything, it's going to. I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert, but like on the face of it, it looks like those changes are going to come into effect in like the next couple of months. So
Mhm.
I think the correction has to happen. Like, the market is nowhere close to the reality.
Reality.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I was also thinking that this is the main prime season for the shopping, right? The October to
yeah,
December timeframe. If the retailers report bad sales, then it is bound to go down in next quarter.
yeah,
Because I think the tariff is still active until the courts have blocked it. They are charging tariff from the importers, isn't it?
yeah. It is active. I don't think it has been blocked yet.
Yeah. So then it will show up in the inflation and people will delay their purchases, right? There was some 100% tariffs on Indian movies, not Indian movies, international movies, right?
I don't
Recently
know.
announced.
Yeah, I don't know how that is going to get implemented. I'm curious because in this
Yeah.
streaming age,
No, I think it's the tariff on what is shown in the movie theaters,
yeah,
if I'm
cinema
not
also.
wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But isn't it stupid? Like $10 ticket will now cost $20 straight away.
People will not go watch.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's a straight 100% inflation added. If you are adding 100% tariff to everything, I don't know how people are going to act. And US is the biggest consumer economy around the world. So by
I,
adding those kind of tariffs, like we have seen in India, everything has so much of tariff.
yeah.
That's why people are not able to spend. Otherwise, Indians also spend a lot,
Other thing is,
right?
I think Trump might have good intentions, like for America. Like, forget about
Right.
us as an immigrant community. I think the way it's getting implemented, that's creating more chaos rather than helping, I guess.
Right. But I have seen or observed that, the more conservative an economy is, for example, India is very conservative in that sense. They don't allow outside companies to
FII.
come and start
Yeah.
business, right? They add a lot of tariffs. In fact, imported cars used to have
Yeah.
120% tariff. They were trying to protect home companies. But then if you do that, then you have to have some kind of labor or the lower cost resources available to get that done. In
Yeah.
India, you can say that yes, we have that manpower available at the low cost, but in USA, I doubt we can do that because the minimum labor, the minimum per hour rate in most of the states is more than $10, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Like states like New York and Massachusetts and others, they have more than $10 per hour rate. At that rate, how will you get the factories and get people to make those stuff? And even if you make it, like if you make an iPhone in America, I heard that it will cost $3,500 easily, the
Yeah.
retail price.
Yeah. I think they are
Oh,
saying that the quality, like, it's going to come with American quality, but I think in this age of globalization, I don't know if
exactly.
that is the way to go. Like, people would want to have, they probably don't want to, like, not everybody would want to spend $3,500. There would be people that would be okay to buy made in America phone at $3,500 with like whatever
Right,
capability, but then there is a market for people who just want to buy a decent phone for say $2,000, not just buy some China stuff at like $1,000, but like
right. But then, yeah, that's what they were trying to do. That if Apple is costing $3,500 in America, all the other products, all the other smartphones imported from China will also cost the same because of the 250% duty. That was their idea, right?
yeah.
But I don't think it's going to fly. So it is going to increase the cost of every single thing. Right now, Apple expects people to change their phone every year. And I have a Guju friend who changes it for the whole family every year. He has been doing it since I think 2011. At least that's what he told me. And now I don't know if he will be able to do it or not.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good. Okay, anyone else wants to speak? I think someone joined as a speaker. Srinivasan, was it you? I think.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to speak. I was just listening.
Okay, no problem. Anyone else who wants to share their opinion or have some kind of question that we can discuss? Okay, looks like we don't have many questions today, and maybe Wednesday is not the great day, not a great day to do this kind of live session because not many people have joined. Usually there are more than 20 and they all want to speak. But today we have spots, but not many speakers. But anyways, I will share what is going to happen with the government shutdown. For the visa processing, you're fine as long as your LCA is approved or the prevailing wage is approved. But if you are in that prevailing wage process or LCA, then yes, you are affected and government shutdown will delay your processes. But once you have filed the H1B application with USCIS, you're fine. They are funded by your money. They will keep working. The visa stamping processes will be affected. If you have got Form 221G, then yes, you will be affected. You may have to wait a little longer in India or Canada or Mexico, wherever you are right now, where you have applied. I think you would be in India because they blocked the third party visa stamping anyway earlier this year. If somebody's trying to speak, I guess. Okay. The visa processing will be affected and everything else is fine. This government shutdown may not last long. It happens almost every year and they pretty much resolve it within a couple of days. Even if there is, if even if they delay it, the government is still funded for the emergency processes. The emergency processes are not the visa stamping processes, but for example, US Embassy will keep working in the background for whatever applications they already have, but they may not start working on the new applications. Your visa appointments may not be canceled for up to 1 month. They usually plan for it in advance. So if you have an appointment in October, they will honor it. They usually honor it. But if the government shutdown goes on for long, they will announce that we are not able to honor the appointments and you will have to reschedule. They allow the rescheduling without any cost to you if it is done because of their shutdown. So keep looking for the US Embassy announcement on Twitter. They will post it if they are delaying it. But otherwise, it's just business as usual. And whenever the government is funded, they do it retrospectively so that the employees who are working get paid. There is no need to worry on that front. Okay. Anybody else has any questions? I don't have any question from YouTube today.
So, say Anil, yes,
Hmm.
in a hypothetical scenario, like
Hmm.
now, I think the companies are filing the H1 like well in advance, but in the older days, like people would like, I think some of the companies would wait till the end, like say last 15 days before actually filing the H1.
Hmm.
In those cases, if the LCA was not approved and uh, is not certified, and then if the government shutdown happens for more than 20 days, does it
Hmm.
mean that the individual will have to leave the country because the status would expire if the
Yeah. Yes, ideally, yes. If the I-94 expires while you are waiting, then yes, ideally you should leave.
okay.
Or you can file change of status to another visa type which does not require LCA. For example, if you are eligible for H4 or B1, you can file that change of status. who stay beyond I-94 date. And then when the LCA is available, usually people file the H1B at that time. H4 is more safer than B2 or B1 right now. I've heard a lot of cases where B1, B2 are getting denied because that was the last government's policy where they were allowing H1B to convert to B1 and then back to H1, but now they are getting very serious and strict about it.
So on similar lines, like I don't have a
Mhm.
B1 visa. I have always been on H1. Like,
Mhm.
can I apply for a B1 visa? What are the likelihood of getting approved? Like,
Yeah, you can. It's a change of status to a different type of visa.
no, no. In general,
The-
I'm just asking for in
Yeah.
general, like just to keep the visa, like a B1
Yeah.
handy. It just in
Oh,
case
so
need.
yeah, if you want B1 visa, then you will have to either apply for change of status, but if you want it as a parallel second option
Correct.
without closing the H1B, then you will have to go out of US and apply it with US embassy.
Okay.
Within US, you cannot apply for it without changing it from other visa to B1 visa.
Yeah, and I think the visa stamping program in US, I don't think it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, right? After the
Yeah, I don't think so. They- don't even expect it. They have closed the third party stamping as well, which was
yeah,
there for years and years. Now you can't even go to Canada or Mexico to get it. There were a lot of businesses set up just for helping with these processes. You know that third
yeah,
party businesses, they are all shutting down now.
yeah. If this 100,000 comes into effect, I don't know which students are going to come here. Like it's not going to be. I don't think any company is going to be ready to pay. Uh,
Yeah, nobody. It's
yeah,
very difficult. See, in
not
most of the
practical.
cases, the starting salary is around that number, right? For
Correct.
the new graduates. So it's double the cost straight away, right? So what I've heard and understood from various attorneys is they are trying to set up centers, the development centers in Mexico and Argentina.
Hmm.
If you see on various portals, the hiring there has increased a lot. And there are a lot of attorneys who have set up processes to get Mexican or any Latin American countries work visa within 1 or 2 days. So if you cannot bring the person to US, they're sending them to Latin America. They all of these big companies, TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, everyone, they have set up development centers in Mexico in their metro cities. I know
Yeah,
a lot of them.
yeah, that
They
would
are,
make sense. Yeah.
yeah. So if there is a new person who have never been to USA and is eager to go to on-site, as we call it in India, they will be eager to come, right? Even
Yeah.
to Mexico, I would say, because they're at least still earning more than what they were earning back in India, and it's the charm of going abroad that attracts many people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be the new norm. We will get to know by February. I'm pretty sure the lottery will not be oversubscribed this time. With this fees hanging over their head, most small businesses will back out. And it is a good
But
in a good it
F1
is
to
a good
H1
measure
will
as
not
well.
F1 to H1 will not have this one, right? So obviously they will be applying, right? Whoever there in US, they'll be willing to do it from F1 to H1.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
the fees. Yeah,
fees won't be there. Only the question is like once they get the stamping done, like once the visa is up, once the petition is approved, if they go out for a stamping, probably that's where the problem comes.
yes. The proclamation order is explicitly for the entry because the rules cannot be easily changed within the US. The rules
Yeah, the
are,
rule they called out, right? 212, that is
yeah,
explicitly for border, not.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you on that point. Yes. So, but that would be, I think, very low number for people converting from F1 to H1. And then if they have to travel, then it will be difficult for them to come back. So it's a very difficult decision to make whether if you want to invest money in studying in US and then your next step of work visa is so difficult and so expensive, then it will be a difficult decision to make.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure the lot of education loan companies will also be very skeptical to give the loan in India or anywhere in the world, I would say, because they don't know about your future, whether you will be able to stay back in US and pay back the loan or not. Right? So there are a lot of variables that will come into play. Let's see how it happens in Feb. Yeah, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
What I was saying is the proclamation will end on September 21st of next year, unless if President extend that one. The anyways the lottery will whatever the lottery next year going to happen. The effective date is from October 1st.
Right, right.
So if they don't extend, I think they can freely travel as well beyond October. So
Yes.
this, this proclamation itself is a lot of questions.
Yeah.
High chance of extending, but unless it is challenged in the court. But if it is not extended beyond that year, right? Whoever already got stamped like the petition approved, they can freely travel beyond October 1st, which is real effective date.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and another point is like there will be a lot of people like really I am thinking like last 3 years itself there will be a lot of people who are sitting in US with the OPT or STEM OPT somehow they are surviving, right? So there will be at least it will be or subscribed as well is what I'm thinking. At least 1.5 lakh or 150K will be there. So
Yeah,
if
maybe.
yeah, if
Yeah,
not
maybe.
200K, only thing will come down is like companies like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant. These external filings will be stopped, and this is a good chance for F1 students who can convert. That's what
Right.
I'm seeing.
Right. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
And I heard that the marriage rate has increased in India by 128K. 100K plus 28% GST is what they are asking for. I joke. It's a joke. But yeah, people are adding that fee to their profiles. Thanks, Srinivas. It was Srinivasan, right? Who was
My
speaking?
name is Srini. You can go by Srini. Yeah,
Right.
and anything, anyways, right? Apart from that 100K, there is a $250 is implemented from today onwards for any
Yeah,
visa. Whoever coming into the country, they have to pay $250 on any non-immigrant visa. So
right.
yeah, so I think whoever got already stamped, probably they are exempted. But whoever going to get stamped from October 1st, they have to pay $250 while entering, I guess. I don't know how to make the payment, but they will be paying back while they are exiting. Um, exiting if
Right.
no violations, but how they are going to make it back, all it is like a question.
Yeah, I was also not sure when and how to pay that fee. Are they asking at the port of entry or they are asking at the interview time?
Not sure, not sure. So
Okay, I will have to look into it because somebody asked this question today and I was not sure how this is being implemented.
because
Yes.
B1, right? B1 is 10 years. So if they go stamp and if they pay at stamping, right? Whether they are going to use it or not, who knows?
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
it should be at port of entry, but I really don't know.
Yeah.
Even
I
the same question comes for this 100K as well. So the people
right.
who are applying from India, the question is like during the proclamation they can file a petition. For now, the question is like they want to put 100K as well for the petition itself, but the question is like what if they don't want to travel later, right?
Okay.
That is getting challenged in the court as well. So all ambiguities
Right.
are there.
Right.
This
See, everything is getting challenged because it's being done without the due process. So yeah, everything will be challenged anyway. The only thing that I see happening with H1B and going unchallenged, or maybe with less challenge, is the H1B wage rule that they are creating because they're following the process for it. They have published the rule, and that will make it very difficult to get extensions as well. That's going to be a big one. They are categorizing the jobs into four levels, and those four levels are based on wage in your area. And the fourth level, which is the highest level, will have the more chances of getting approvals. But that is something that is very difficult. That will make things very difficult for people who are waiting on in the backlog. I don't know the effects, how it will affect the whole thing, but yes, that is one thing I'm watching very carefully. A lot of attorneys are planning to file a lawsuit as well for it because they think that it is intentionally, you know, it is changing the way H1B is supposed to work and be allotted, but that's how the government wants it. In fact, they introduced this wage-based rule in their first term as well when Trump became the president. And at that time, there was no percentage chances or the weights were not assigned to the wage levels. But this time they have added the weights also. And at that time, this rule was not implemented because the government changed. Biden came and then he removed this rule completely. But now I think they have enough time to implement it and they are going ahead with it. That is one thing to watch. If anybody has any more information about that wage rule, do you want to speak about it? Yeah, I guess no one has it.
No information particularly on my side, but I think when that comes out and
Mhm.
comes in play, I think the number of students that are going to come are going to drastically reduce again because there's no pathway to, let's say, move into
Right,
H1B, right?
right. But if number of applications reduce, which like these days what happens is more people apply for it than the number of spots available. So if the 100K fees is also applicable and then this weighted average is implemented, then I'm pretty sure it will come down to less than 65K. Then your chances of getting a spot in the first lottery will improve automatically.
But then the
Unless,
100K is not applied to people who are changing status inside the US, right? Let's say from H1 to
right,
H1B.
right, right. But these like companies like TCS, Infosys, and other consulting companies, they don't usually hire the F1s. They try to bring people who are already working in India and then they try to bring them here.
Right.
Though that community, that part of the H1B will vanish very quickly.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what they wanted to target as well. But
Right,
again,
right.
when these wage level comes in with, let's say, somebody, a chemical engineer would have
Hmm.
4 times the number of chances probability than, let's say, a regular software developer would have. But they both get only 3 chances, right? Again, so
Hmm.
if somebody is willing to come here. Then yeah, the probability of getting a H1B is going to be reduced drastically too.
Right. And some people have this opinion that this is in fact good for the program overall, that this will definitely help reduce the people who are doing fraud or who are trying to game the system.
The
But the
wage level
opinion,
makes sense, but the industry information that they give, I mean, I don't know what they, base that on, but that's not, there's not much of clarity there. And there's
exactly.
industry wise sorting too, right? So
Right, right. Yeah. So many people have this opinion that this will uh, push out the small companies or the startups who need people who hire on less salary, but they give them the SOP packages, the ESOP packages, which is not counted as a salary. So they may be left behind. Or This will affect the long-term, capitalism culture in the America, where companies start up with new ideas and then they go on to become billion-dollar companies. That's going to be affected. But let's see what happens.
And other scenario, what I can think, right, other than F1s converting to H1, right, lottery, there are high chances of other people like on H4, waiting on H4, wanted to convert to H1, even though they were working on EADs, they wanted to convert on H1, probably they can get filed as well. And another set of people is L1As. So the people who came on L1A and waiting in EB1C, their dates are not moving. So if the 7 years are getting completed, probably they had less chances last time. So they will be having a high chances this time because L1As will be little higher salaries as well. So
Yes, yeah. So
yeah, that is
then, yeah, so yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Yeah, and even though files are coming less, but they like earlier they we used to like the people used to game the system like putting multiple applications from different
Yeah,
companies and all. Now they are playing with the system, right? Like putting multiple entries for four level people, 3 level people, and also even though if it is 60 applications or something, right, there will be a lot in the lottery, there will be more count. I don't know,
right,
so yeah.
right, right. Yeah, next lottery will be very interesting to see
Yeah.
how small companies are reacting to it.
Yeah,
And
my
even
my
the
opinion, it would not less than, it would not be less than 100K at least. So I still see there are a lot of people on F1s who are
uh-huh.
hanging around here within the last 3 years with OPT and STEM
Okay,
OPT. So most probably it will be more than 100 only. They will think
okay.
that this is my last chance, so let me try it. So
Yeah, quite possible. But
yeah.
I think this year it was more than 400K, right? Or around 400K, if I'm not wrong. So if it comes down to 100K, then it's still 75% reduction in the applications,
But
Exactly.
which
again,
will,
now the lottery is like it's equal chance, right? The probability of anybody who enters the
right,
lottery getting is equal. The next year
right,
that is going to change, right? If that is sorted through industry, if let's say some guy wanted to come here, but if he only gets one chance, he'd think twice about before coming, right? He'd only get three
right.
chances. Let's say if a person in a different industry, he gets 12 if he has, 4 times the amount.
Yeah, but
Right,
but
right.
but if you whatever you said, right, like if it comes to through Anil, so like if it comes only 60K applications or 65K applications, then it will be shock to the US government not to go for lottery and not to use this rule at all for the lottery because
Yeah,
there is no nothing to use lottery, right? Like if they get the less applications.
right. Yeah. Initially, when the program was created, there was no lottery anyway.
I know, I
But
know. Yeah,
yeah,
until
right, right,
2007, 8, there was no lottery, and they started in 8
right,
or 9, and 11 and 12 probably there is no lottery. 10 or
right,
11, I guess. 10 or 11, there is no lottery. Again, 12 onwards it started.
Yeah,
right,
12 was no lottery. I came in 12. So during
Even
that time.
even if it is 11, in October also there was applications left.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, I was going to come to that. Like it
Yeah.
would not fill up in May. They would open up the second round in October as well.
Not second round, it is
Yeah, yeah.
continuous,
The
like
continuity.
throughout.
Yeah, correct. The
Yeah, my friend, my colleague, who waited till September end, and just before the September, he tried to switch the company and put the petition in premium. As soon as he got the petition approved by October 1st, he quit the day one on the in our company. So 1 day notice. That's it.
The lottery started in 13 actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing, do you know if what is going on with that F1 um, rule making process? I think comments period is over. So
hmm.
any inside news when they are going to come up with the final rule?
I'm not following the F1 rule, So I'm not aware of it right now. I mean, I don't have any answer for it.
Okay, so
I'm, yeah,
there is lot of rules in it, like in case if F1 students are here. So they are making it as 4 years maximum, not 5 years. And then a fifth year to use, you have to go for stamping or something. We don't know the process yet, but for the whoever already entered also it will be effective. So already they would have
okay,
got the fifth year I-94, but that will be invalidated. So they have to again extend it by providing some information to them. And another thing is um, another main thing is a game changer thing. No one can do in the same level of degree. Like if one has done the MS, they cannot go for F1 again with for same MS. They can go for PhD, but not in the same level. Like MS in computer science and go to MBA, not possible.
okay. So even if you change the degree, type of degree, category,
No,
you
no, same level
you
is
still
not possible. Same level is not. You have to go next level.
okay. Oh, that's
So
interesting.
yeah,
But I
because
think these changes to OPT are just proposed changes, right? These are not passed yet.
these are
Yeah,
draft rule, and comment period is over maybe 3 days back, and soon they are going to come up with the final rule and publish it. Is what um, I think it can happen by end of year.
yeah. They're moving very fast with all the rules.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that is game changer because many people are staying around with that rule and going with the day one CPT and all, right. So they
yeah,
want to
yeah.
cut down that shortcut thing. So and that
Right.
4 years also they said maximum 4 years. So for whoever is entering to US with for MS, they may give only 2 years entry as well. So 4 years they thought, like, I think in my opinion, for we are coming for bachelor's or PhD, they can give until 4 years, but for MS they cut short. They may cut short for 2 years as well. We don't know yet.
I see what you're talking about. Usually it's an admit date until DS, right? In our
Five years.
I-94 whenever we
Yeah.
travel. Yeah. Yeah, that changes they're proposing as well. Instead of giving 5 years upfront, they are planning to do two something, right?
Yeah, maximum 4 years is what mentioned. So now whoever already entered with 5 years, it may affect for them as well to cut short to 4 years.
But this day one CPT thing that you mentioned, if already somebody has already done their masters and again they do their masters again, let's say they get their H1B picked up after and they go to get their H1B approved, would they not, give out a question that you've already done your masters, right? And before approving, would that not be like a red flag? I think that has always been a red flag, right? Were you able to change status from, let's say, same double masters again?
Yeah, people used to do that. So whoever completed the MS, they used to do another second master, like within 5 years or at the end of fifth year, probably they are trying to get that and do it as well. So
Right. If yeah, I've heard this that if let's say I've heard that if somebody joins PhD and their H1B, let's say, gets picked in the second year, if you abandon your degree and not finish it and just move on to
continue.
H1B, then they're not approving that as well. So if let's say you want to decide or choose the option to get your H1B or PhD, you would have to spend the entire 5 years, even if you let's say get your H1B in the first time.
Maybe that's not a rule, but they can follow that. But that's not a rule or anything hard and fast rule that they are following right now.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for a nice discussion. It was pretty insightful. I'm not following the F1 news, but this is very good discussion.
Yeah, and in the proclamation fourth point also prevailing wage increase, right? So
Hmm.
that may come soon as well. So we don't know yet, but that may come as well. Last
Yeah,
time they failed to implement that rule. Um,
right.
yeah.
So if they are
So
removing the OPT and reducing the number of years, then Of course, I guess they are trying to demotivate the international students.
Exactly right. Like, let's say in one scenario, like the MS
Mhm.
student came in for 4 years. So
Mhm.
third year, they are as soon as they complete the masters, they get the OPT, and
Mhm.
STEM OPT, and the completion of third year, right? And fourth year
Uh-huh.
again, you have to go back to them. So it's a hurdle for them to prove them that I am in STEM OPT, I'm having this job, I'm doing this, all those things. So they have to showcase. Otherwise they will be
Right.
sending back.
Right.
So they are
Yeah.
proving it at STEM OPT time. Again, in between, they are making another hurdle.
Right. Right. Okay.
And
That's
another thing,
interesting.
what I observed is recently they changing the way of that where we can see the status, right? H4 status and all 3.5 months or 6 months, like that, right? So they made it as centralized instead of
Right. Yeah.
instead of location wise, but they made it only for H4. That is alarming something for me. Are they going to segregate the applications of H4 again, and they make it as a separate as H1, H1 separate to H4?
Right now they're treating them as separate anyway.
No, no, they are approving right now, but
Yeah, they are, but not in every case. I have
not in
heard
every
cases.
case. Not in every case, but majority,
Yeah.
70 to 80% they are
Right.
approving it. But
Right.
this centralized thing is, I'm suspecting they may go back to that thing.
No,
It's
I
my
had,
speculation. I did not
yeah,
read anywhere. This is
yeah. So
purely my
on the
speculation.
point of centralizing, they are centralizing the application which are fed into their system as digital applications. Usually the applications which start with IOE as the receipt number,
Mm-hmm.
those they are calling as digital applications, and for them they are trying to show the centralized processing time rather than the individual service center processing time.
Then
That's
why
what they're.
only H4?
No, they have done it for other also. Like they have done it for Form I-131, if I'm not wrong. I saw it the other day. I-131 is for the advanced parole, so that for that they are showing the time as central time. They are showing the central time for EAD also, the 765 form. So it's based on the form, not the type of application. Like whatever
Okay.
form they have centralized in some way in their system, they are trying to give a very centralized time for it rather than individual service center time.
Yeah, since one time it is challenged in the court, I'm still hoping they will not do that one, separating H1
Yeah,
to H4,
yeah.
but we never know.
No, they have officially separated it because when it was challenged in the court, that settlement was only applicable for 2 years, which ended, I think, in Jan 2024.
No, Jan
Yeah,
25 of this year, 2025.
okay, maybe 25. I don't remember the exact year. But
Yeah, yeah. Stephen
after
Brown
that,
from Reddy and Newman, he
yes,
again asked, followed up. They
right.
replied them, we are not going to extend, but they are still extending it, they are approving it for the premium cases and all.
Yes,
But there is no obligation for them to approve together.
right. Yeah, you're right. I agree. So in that sense, they have already separated it. But in many cases, in fact, most of the cases, they do approve them together if you file in premium. But if it is not in premium, I think the timing is varying a lot, the approval timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good information. Okay.
Good thing is they are not touching the EAD 485 EAD 5 year thing, and
Yeah,
H4 EAD is revocation. So these two things they are not still touching. That's a good thing.
right. But
We,
I've
we
heard that one thing. Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, we don't know how long that is going to be there. The hope is they don't touch it, but yeah,
No
we don't
talks
know.
Yeah,
yet. No talks is
yeah,
good.
yeah. No, no action is good. Good news, right?
But sir,
They, yeah, I think they're trying to get rid of H4EAD, but it's very difficult for them. They have challenged it in the court again, and I think they have opened a review petition or something like that, but I did not hear anything after that. But it will be very difficult to stop it now. I think they have 3 years to follow it up on, but still H4EAD is under some kind of cloud, threatening lightning cloud. But as of now, it is safe. Okay, someone else was trying to speak. Did I stop you?
no, no, I think.
Mhm. Okay.
So yesterday there was a conference, there is a note, right? Like I don't know, I forget about that the name. Uh, there is a let me check.
Some kind of news or what?
Yeah, Twin Shield. Uh, did you hear about that? What is that? Do you know? Even I tried to follow up, but I could not able to get full information.
What is it? Sorry, I didn't understand what is the news?
A Twin Shield operation. DHS did some operation and found in one city they found some 1100 H1s or something fraud, or I don't know what is the full
Y-
name.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Is the recent riots in Minnesota, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly, exactly. Operation of Twin Shield found that nearly see 50% of people claiming to be immigrants in Minnesota are claiming to be working at business that don't exist, hosting their visas, marriage fraud, and abuse of H1B visa is the news.
Really? On H1B? I did not hear this news. Maybe
I
I missed
think
Everything.
it
I
out.
think they took a city and right. I think right and did the rights. They named it as Twin Shield Operation. So they
right.
found around 1100 people or something.
1100 people and most of them on H1B.
I don't know that numbers, but H1B is also there.
Okay,
So
H1B, yeah, maybe they
I think
found something, but
I think there was some.
number would not be that great, that big, I guess. It would be some
But
other
it's
kind of
just
visa.
one city, right? It's just one city and 1 day ride. If they prove that it's a successful, they may do it more, right?
Yeah, one case that I heard is someone was working from home and they got a surprise visit from USCIS officer and they were shocked. They knocked on the door and then he asked the H1B questions. He asked them to log into their systems, their roles and responsibilities and
Yeah,
everything.
that is happening since the Trump comes in. So they may Biden while before going Biden that made it um,
Yeah.
uh, uh, site visits mandatory. It used to be voluntary, but he made it mandatory. Since then,
Mhm.
these questions they are asking are the time they are spending with the person is increased as well. Now, in one case, I
Right.
heard that they were sitting for 2 to 3 hours at his work location, not even work location at home. So he was working from home. So he sit next to him for 3 hours.
To check if he is doing the work or not.
Exactly. So he did not ask any question. He simply sitting. You do your work. I'm just going to observe you. That's it.
Wow, man, this is this is something new. I didn't knew that.
So that will be so embarrassing, right? So, so
It's
what if?
as good as
uh,
it's as good as an interview, right? And somebody is watching you work. Like,
exactly, exactly. So
this is very. I mean, this is something new.
yeah.
And let's say if you're not doing it, it was like there was no heavy work at that
And
in
other
those two
thing,
hours.
and other surprising thing is they even asking the old H1B's roles and responsibilities, all the details, not even the current one.
Okay, the old one as well as to what you
Yeah,
did and what was. Oh man.
exactly. So and even these FCNC and site visits guys will have some powers as well to send the notice, denial notice or something. So they extended the powers as well.
Yeah, right.
Anil, you had mentioned that this, like the site visits are usually like they call up before coming, right?
Yes, usually they do, but the trend is changing. I'm hearing that they are doing surprise visits also these days. So be very careful. If you are like on a PTO, then make sure that your manager or some everyone in the team knows about it, and especially the HR, because if you are not found at the work location, like if it is your home, and then they call up your company, they should be able to tell you that you are on PTO or holiday or so whatever, because things can get very dirty pretty quickly.
Yeah, these rights now change it to F1s for now. So I think since yesterday, I'm hearing a lot of F1s are concentrated right now.
Yeah. So I'm surprised to hear that they are sitting and watching people do work. I did not hear that specific scenario. Thanks for sharing
That's
because
actually so funny.
yeah,
That's embarrassing as well. So you cannot even sit in front
exactly.
of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine there was no meeting, there was nothing in those 2 hours. How will you explain that you work?
yeah, yeah.
And let's say it was a meeting and your manager was bashing you. That
Yeah,
would be-
if they ask some questions like show me the emails that you are talking to client, or show me that daily meet something. If they ask also, that's fine. So if it is sitting next to you and watching you, is going to be too much.
yeah. Yeah. And imagine your manager is also an H1B.
That's most of the cases, right? Like, yeah,
So he will have more to prove.
yeah.
But that's
and
interesting
and
situation.
the companies are announcing like yeah, not only the candidates to learn about roles and responsibilities, supervisors who are submitting their letters also need to be at least know what roles and responsibilities you are giving, and if someone is calling to supervisor, they should be able to answer that as well. The companies are sending the notes to all the people.
Okay. So
It happened to
basically,
my company. Yeah.
okay. So basically, you should know what was written in the H1B so that there is no disconnect.
Exactly. Yeah, supervisor
Right.
letters also will be submitted right along with the client letters. So supervisors should be
Right.
aware. So there is
Right.
every
Right.
possibility
Yeah.
of we are going to call to supervisor as well.
Right. Yeah. You're right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There is someone who wants to speak. The mask man.
I just have a question. Let's say, if I got a new employment and
Huh.
the new employer wants to transfer my H1B visa, and if
Hmm.
they wants to file, they have to file an LCA, right? Like before they initiate the H1B transfer. After the
Right.
shutdown, I guess the DOL is closed. So what about now? Like, what's the scenario?
Yeah. They will have to wait until they get the funding again from the government.
Okay, got it. So until and unless the DOL is open, I shouldn't notify my current employer about my H1B transfer, right?
In current scenario, I would suggest to go in premium and after approval only notify to your current. So
Like
that's my
Right.
take.
I'm currently working for Amazon. Like I got new employment offer with some other different company. Like, so I did not yet mention my current employer about the scenario. And the other one is like trying to start the process of like H1B transfer. So that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would also agree with Srini that get the H1B transfer approval in your hand and then resign. Otherwise, things can go in any direction.
So not only the LCA, you should get the petition also approved
Right.
before you send any resignation to current employer. I
And
Yeah.
would
As
agree.
you
And
And most
also,
of the employers file it in premium anyway for the
Exactly.
transfer. So you will get decision in 10 or 12 days. It's better to wait till you get the decision, which is approval for the H1B petition.
Yeah.
So what about the people like who are under the extension? Like lot of people have filed an extension, right? Like September 30th would be the last date for a lot of H1B extensions. Who got their H1B picked in 2022? So what in those scenarios? Like most of them have submitted the H1B extension petition. So the USCIS is an individual body, or else is it related to the federal government itself?
USCIS is funded by the application fee that we pay them. So they are working. They are none of their function is affected by the government shutdown. But LCA and prevailing wage, which is one couple of steps before you file the application with the USCIS, those functions are affected because those are handled by different department altogether.
D-
So you say that for all the H1B employees, the hiring will be freeze till the government shutdown is like lifted.
Not the hiring, it depends. The HR can complete the other processes. The prevailing wage and the LCA will be delayed. So they can just file it and then wait for the approval.
Anyways, with this 100K, people are hesitant to take transfers. So
H1B. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, but yes, to answer your question, yes, the hiring may be affected because there will be delays in filing the transfers. But this government shutdown will not last long. Don't worry about it. It's going.
yeah, it
It,
happened only 7 years back, 2018, and I think it lasted for 15 days or 20 days.
yeah,
After that, in Biden government, every time it used to come until the midnight, and midnight they used to approve for short-term funding for 15
right.
days
Yeah,
or 30 days for negotiations. Again, they used
yeah,
to continue, they used to get it approved. So it happened in
right.
2018 is last time. So I think that was the lengthiest time it happened, like 30 days or 52 days, I don't remember, but that was the lengthiest time.
Right, right. So usually it will be resolved within a week. No need
Exactly.
to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it affects not only the immigration, a lot of other government departments, which are very important
Mainly
for the,
military will have
yeah.
big effect.
And
So
US
what?
embassies around the world are affected. So they try
No,
to,
U.S. embassies are fees only, Anil. You said earlier also, but I thought of talking that time. But U.S. embassies also mainly fees, right? Like for visa stampings. Visa
no,
stampings will not be stopped.
no. A lot of their processes are government funded. So they
Maybe
stop their
delayed,
function.
but not
Yeah.
completely stopped.
Yeah, not completely stopped because they do plan for it and
Okay.
they try to keep the services on as much as possible. But if it goes for longer than like 15 days or a month, they will try to stop something. But usually that has never happened. So we don't know how they will react.
And even perm approvals will be stopped, right? It's the
Yes.
same department, Department of Labor. So
Yes, palm will also be affected. Yes.
it's already 500 days waiting. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the mask man has the hand up. Oh,
So
you
what is
already
your
spoke.
opinion about this 100K? So because of this 100K, even
Uh-huh.
someone who already have an H1B visa, even they will be affected when it comes to hiring.
Not right now. As of now, the understanding is that existing people who already have H1B are not required to pay this fee. They are saying that they will request it from people who file the H1B lottery in Feb 2026.
But companies are still skeptical, Anil. So my
Yeah,
company, especially,
yes.
they said transfers are frozen until we hear back. So they are not entertaining any H1B transfers right now, and
Yeah,
they are thinking that these petitions, even if it get approved, if the people want to travel, it may be having some issues. So
right. Yeah, I agree. There is no clarity on that part. So companies are making a business decision that it's going to be very expensive and they are taking it very cautiously. So I agree, yes. So you may not find you may not find H1B jobs in the market that easily.
I'll tell you about my friend's experience.
Mhm.
He like before this 100K was like rolled out. He got an offer letter from the Microsoft, like for senior software engineer role. Once after this 100K thing came out, they were like skeptical about like hiring a H1B guy, and what about the scenarios which are going to come in the future, and they declined the offer. Just not for him, but like people like who got the offer letters in the last 1 or 2 weeks, like most of their hirings were like declined.
But one good news is they accepted the transfer petition without 100K in premium cases. Not yet approved, but they accepted, is what I heard from Emily Newman in one of the session.
But in future,
Right,
the companies will be like skeptical and little cautious about hiring someone on H1B, right? Because you
Yeah.
never
right,
know, like if the
right,
rules are
right.
changing again and again, like they won't be like that open like to hire someone like H1B immigrant like before.
I think everyone is waiting for this to be challenged in the court and get the decision from the court, like a stay or something. So
Right.
that's where the companies are right now. Uh, I'm thinking.
So, do you suggest people like if they get a chance to relocate to a different European country, working for the same company from remote from like Netherlands or else from Ireland or else from London? Do you suggest that?
Why
Well,
not
it
if company
depends.
accept?
It depends on your situation, like where are you in the green card process and how far it is. So if you are like going to get the green card in next couple of years, maybe next 5 years, then it makes sense to stay back here and then wait for it. But if you don't see it happening in the near future, then there is no harm in moving to Europe or any other country where there is more certainty about getting the permanent resident.
No, even that can be used for to enter back after 1 year and get
Yes.
the petition under EB1C, right?
Right,
So
yeah. That is another way to get your green card faster than the EB2 or EB3 lane.
yeah,
Yes,
if
I
your
agree.
company agrees and if your family situation supports, probably now every country is in the same situation, right? Like UK or even Ireland is having the hesitations going, and Canada is in the same situation. I don't know which country is not doing it. Australia also doing so.
Yeah, almost all countries have got the same sentiment at the political level.
Exactly.
So they are all trying to close the door as much as possible.
Yeah.
But if there is a work sponsorship that your company is doing for you, I would say take it and create a backup at least. And if you're less than 40 or around 40 years of age,
I'm 27.
then create a backup immediately. And option B. Okay. Because once you cross 40, then the doors start closing.
Yeah, once you have kids, family, and everything, right? Everything will stop.
Yeah. Because all these countries, Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, they all have points-based system, which favors if you are a younger person with skills, because then you have more years to contribute in the taxes. But once you cross 40, the point system starts negating your points, and you have less chances than anyone in their 30s.
I have
And
already applied for Australian PR because my master's was completed in Australia.
okay,
So like
that's a
I
good
have
thing.
some better advantage, right? Like so I already applied for that.
Yeah, that's a good thing you did. Keep it as a backup. And then if you want to move, you can move also. Australia is a very good country. But the sentiment there also is changing pretty fast. I heard from my
That's a
friends in
sponsored
Australia.
sentiment. That's a sponsored sentiment because, uh, to be honest, the reality in Australia, even they understand that the whole show is being run by the immigrants. Without Chinese, without Indians, and without the other Asians, there's nothing in Australia. Majority of the businesses, I'm not talking about the fuel stations and restaurants, I'm talking about the real businesses, the hotel industry, hospital industry, and also the manufacturing industry, it's all being run by Chinese. I mean, like whole there, the country's GDP growth is totally depend on the Chinese investments itself. And like the people like who came out recently, it's a political sponsored kind of movement against the Labour Party in the Australia. But to be honest, in ground level, if you go to the regional areas or else if you go to any sort of like decent suburbs, like people are pretty much friendly, because I lived there like for 2.5 hours, 2.5 years, but I never came across such kind of like sympathy, such kind of like sentiment within the white Australian people.
Mhm.
Yeah, quite possible. But you can say that for pretty much every country, right? Even USA is highly dependent on the immigrants
Yeah.
for its industry success in pretty
Yeah.
much every industry.
Yeah.
But then it is the sentiment then because politicians look at the sentiment which can get them votes. And if it is a sentiment that will push them to vote for them, they
And
will try to make it a big news.
and it's other way as well, right? Like even if it is politically motivated right now, the people started thinking about it, or it may go the message to the people. Uh, Same thing happened here as well, right? Like before 2016, probably many people does not even aware what is H1B and all. Once here after 2016, right, when once that admin came like Trump and all, right, so they started listening what he's saying and all. First time they did not care much, but this time they are thinking too much about it.
But in Australia, the system is totally different. They do provide the free education and free health for the citizens. So most
Hmm.
of the Medicare and also like the free education and also the Centrelink family support income is totally
Hmm.
depend on the taxes which are paid by the immigrants or else the descendants of the immigrants. I mean, like, to be honest, like, they have nothing created on their own in the last few years. Like, especially in the last 2 decades, 90% of the show is being run by the immigrants itself. Like, even their casinos are like run by the Chinese itself. And the food industry and also the agriculture industry, everything is like in the hands of the immigrants itself. If the immigrants, if they wants to shut down their businesses and if they want to close down the whole thing, they can't even get their central link income, and the government will not be in a situation where they can afford like free health and free education for their citizens. They know
Right,
it, like they know pretty well, and that's the reason like why the Labour Party has came to power like 4 times in the last uh, 2 decades.
right. I don't think they can shut down, but they're trying to slow down, right? That's what that's the same thing they're trying to do in US also. They can't really shut down, but slowing down will make noise and then they can keep some of their vote bank happy that some action is happening, even though on the ground things might be very different. But that's how politicians like to tackle the situation. They may never provide a solution, but they will make a lot of noise about it.
That's exactly what happened in this 100K rule, right? So
Right,
they
right.
talked
Yeah.
something in the meeting, they published something else, and they gave
Yeah.
FAQ something else, and
Same.
And and it's affecting nobody. And the
Same
rule is
situation.
Have any of you guys noticed the tweets that the Department of Labor and USCIS is posting? It's like a tweet every hour saying Trump introduced this program, they're doing this, they're doing this, we have to hire Americans over H1. All of this, like 20 tweets a day, all across all
yeah.
different accounts.
Yeah, because their idea is to publicize the idea that they are taking action, they are moving fast. And that's what makes the difference as far as the voting is concerned, right? If you get the perception that, okay, things are moving, then you might vote for them in future.
Right.
That's exactly what is happening in India also, right? You might not see the results on ground, but political party tries to push this into your mind that things are happening.
It's all
yeah,
right?
like polarizational politics. They hold the
yeah,
sentiments and they try to
Yeah,
exploit
exactly.
them just to make some headlines and some news sensation, just to make sure that they are saving their face in front of their
Right,
the right wing crowd.
I'm
right,
just curious
exactly.
what he's trying to, move the divert us from or everybody from.
Yeah,
To be honest, a serious leader or a serious policy maker will put his 90% of the attention on domestic issues, like resolving the domestic issues, like how you're going to fix the $37.5 trillion debt, and at the same time, like how you're going to get down the unemployment rate, and how you're going to fix the inflation, how you're going to save yourself from the recession which is going to hit in the next year, first half of the next year. This should be your priority rather than you're going after the tariffs, you're going after the immigrants, you're going after the students. It doesn't make too much of sense, right? Like, I mean, like, what productive have you done in the last 6 months or else the last like 10 months when you came to power? Nothing. You did nothing spectacular. Like, look at your election promises, look at your campaign, look at your statements. Like, they're insane.
Isn't
That
that everybody nowadays?
it's similar to
yeah,
like 15 lakhs in everyone's account.
yeah. Pretty much all around the world, the politics is happening the same way. So I don't have any complaints for it. We have to just live through this
And the
time.
shocking fact is, the
Quick
same
question.
department of labor, I mean, like, they are trying to issue H2B visas to the Mexicans, like who hold those EADs, who work in the agriculture sector and other blue collar jobs.
Right, right,
You're allowing the Mexicans and Southern Americans to get into the country in a legal way by holding a EAD. But when it comes to the highest contributing society of your country, you're showing them as a parasites in your country.
right.
You're not getting the point. They require people to farm, and there's nobody. And they feel that they have enough engineers and doctors here that they don't need them anymore.
16 I mean, 26% of the whole Americans are like having the graduate degree. In the 26% of graduate degree holders, only 16% of them having the STEM degrees. In those STEM degrees, you can just guess like what percentage of them have a degree in like data science or computer science or information technology or cyber security. And when you look at the number of job postings every single year, and when you look at the requirement of the labor force, that's not matching. That's the reason like why companies are like depending on the foreign labor.
No,
They're
I
not fools.
agree to you to a certain extent, but there's wrong on both sides. There's fraud that's happening actively in H1B, and we know that too. So they have to curb that, right? So just so that you are doing some work, or you're a model citizen, doesn't necessarily mean that they let that fraud continue on, right? So they
See, the
want to
fraud will
tackle
be
that
stopped.
eventually.
The fraud will be stopped when the H1B visa is issued to a candidate rather than to an employer. When it is issued to an employer, obviously, the companies will try to exploit the visa. They try to find some sort of like back doors to get secure their employees. That's the biggest thing. You have to accept that you have to give a visa to a candidate, not for a business. How many changes you bring down, still it's get exploited, still it's get you like misdriven like all the way.
Hey, thanks, Anil. I'd have to drop, but thanks for this. It was helpful.
Anil, quick question,
Yeah,
Anil.
yeah,
Mine
yeah,
is
sure.
yeah. And even I need to drop off. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we are also closing. Thanks, guys, for
okay.
joining.
Thank you.
Yeah, last question somebody was trying to ask. Oh, the person who was asking is also disconnected. Okay, looks like everyone is dropping. Thank you guys for joining. I'll try to do this live session again next week, same time, or maybe I'll change the time or day so that more people can join and we can have a very good discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Anilji.
Thanks. Bye.